Did you know that 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and 45% of people don't have enough savings to cover a $400 emergency? These statistics highlight a common problem: financial insecurity. But what if you could change your financial future today by adopting just a few powerful habits that successful people use every day? In this video, we're going to break down the core teachings from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey and show you how they directly apply to achieving financial success. These habits aren't just for career growth or personal development. They're tools that can help you improve your money mindset, make smarter decisions, and take consistent action to build long-term wealth. You'll learn practical strategies to shift your mindset and adopt habits that put you in control of your financial destiny. Whether you're struggling with debt, feeling overwhelmed by your financial situation, or just wanted to set yourself up for success, these insights will guide you toward a future of financial freedom. Stick around until the end, because the actions you take today could set the foundation for lasting wealth tomorrow. Number 1, be proactive. Being proactive in finances means taking responsibility for your financial decisions and outcomes rather than blaming external circumstances. Proactive individuals don't wait for the perfect moment to save, invest, or make necessary changes. They focus on what they can control, such as creating a budget, tracking expenses, and setting goals. This habit emphasizes that you are in the driver's seat of your financial future. Many people fall into the trap of being reactive, spending without planning, living paycheck to paycheck, and only addressing financial problems when they become unavoidable. Proactivity shifts this narrative by helping you anticipate challenges and take deliberate steps to avoid them or minimize their impact. Practical example: imagine Sarah, who has always struggled to save money. Instead of waiting for a raise or a better time, she decides to be proactive. She analyzes her spending and realizes she spends $200 monthly on subscriptions and dining out. Sarah sets up a budget, cuts non-essential expenses, and automates a $150 monthly transfer into a savings account. In a year, she saves $1,800, money she wouldn't have otherwise. Practical tip: start small, automate your savings. Choose a fixed amount to transfer from your checking account to a savings or investment account right after you receive your paycheck. This habit removes the temptation to spend and ensures you're consistently working toward your financial goals. Over time, increase the amount as your income grows or expenses decrease. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. This habit emphasizes the importance of having a clear vision of your financial goals and working backward to create a plan. When you begin with the end in mind, you define what financial success looks like for you. Whether it's retiring at 50, owning a home, or becoming debt-free, and make every decision align with that vision. Instead of drifting aimlessly or getting sidetracked by short-term temptations, this habit keeps you focused on the bigger picture. For example, if your goal is to save $100,000 in 10 years, starting with that target allows you to break it into actionable steps. You might calculate how much to save monthly, explore high-yield savings accounts, or invest in diversified portfolios. This approach ensures that your daily financial habits contribute to your long-term objectives, helping you avoid impulsive decisions that don't serve your goals. Practical example: imagine Sarah wants to buy her first home in 5 years. She begins with this end goal in mind and calculates the down payment she'll need, $50,000. To achieve this, Sarah sets a monthly savings goal of $833. She opens a dedicated savings account for the down payment, reduces discretionary spending, and allocates her bonuses or tax refunds toward the fund. By tracking her progress regularly, Sarah stays motivated and ensures her daily actions lead to her desired outcome. Practical tip: spend 10 minutes today visualizing your financial future. What does success look like for you? Write it down in specific terms, such as, I want to save $10,000 for a vacation in 2 years, or I aim to have $1 million in my retirement fund by age 60. Use this vision as a guide to align your budget, spending, and saving habits. This clarity will make it easier to stay on track and avoid distractions. Number 3, put first things first. This habit is about prioritizing what truly matters and focusing on actions that align with your financial goals, rather than getting caught up in distractions or less important tasks. Stephen Covey emphasizes managing your time and resources by distinguishing between what's urgent and what's important. In the context of finances, this means allocating your money and energy toward activities that bring long-term benefits, like saving, investing, and paying off debt, instead of indulging in immediate gratification. For instance, you may feel tempted to spend your paycheck on non-essential items or experiences because they bring immediate joy. However, by putting first things first, you prioritize building an emergency fund, contributing to retirement accounts, or investing in personal development. This discipline ensures that your resources are spent where they matter most, giving you stability and growth over time. Practical example: John earns $3,000 monthly and often finds himself running out of money before the next paycheck due to spontaneous purchases. After learning about putting first things first, he decides to change his approach. At the start of each month, John allocates 20% of his income to savings and investments, 50% to essential expenses like rent and bills, and 30% to discretionary spending. By automating his savings and paying himself first, John ensures his long-term goals are met before addressing less critical expenses. Over time, his financial stress decreases, and he begins to build wealth steadily. Practical tip: start your day by identifying your top 3 financial priorities. Ask yourself, what actions today will bring me closer to my financial goals? Whether it's transferring money to a savings account, preparing meals at home to avoid eating out, or researching investment options, focus on what truly moves the needle. This practice will help you stay disciplined and make consistent progress. Number 4, think win-win. The habit of thinking win-win is about seeking mutually beneficial solutions in all interactions, especially in financial decisions. It's the mindset that financial success doesn't have to come at the expense of others, and that collaboration and fairness can lead to long-term prosperity for all parties involved. In personal finances, thinking win-win involves negotiating deals, managing debt, or building relationships in ways that are advantageous not just for you, but for others as well. This habit helps create positive, sustainable financial outcomes through cooperation rather than competition. For example, when negotiating a salary increase or dealing with lenders, instead of viewing the situation as a win or lose scenario, think about ways that both sides can benefit. How can you create value for your employer? Or how can you structure a loan repayment plan that works within your budget while satisfying the lender? By focusing on creating a win-win situation, you're more likely to build strong, lasting relationships and ensure that all parties feel good about the outcome. Practical example: Sarah is negotiating a new contract with a supplier for her small business. Rather than just focusing on getting the lowest price, she approaches the conversation by asking what the supplier's needs are. She discovers that the supplier is struggling with their cash flow, so she offers to pay a slightly higher price but requests better payment terms that would help her budget. This way, both parties benefit. The supplier secures better cash flow, and Sarah gets more favorable terms for her business. Both sides leave the negotiation feeling like they've achieved a win. Practical tip: in everyday financial decisions, practice the win-win mindset. If you're thinking about buying a car, for example, try to negotiate a deal where both you and the seller feel satisfied. Ask for discounts or incentives, but also take into account the value the seller gets from the sale. If you're working on a budget, ensure that you balance your financial goals with a sense of fairness, treating your needs and wants equally. This balance leads to financial harmony, where you're not just focusing on maximizing your own gain, but also creating positive outcomes for others around you. Number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit emphasizes the importance of listening before speaking and understanding others' perspectives before sharing your own. In the context of finances, This is crucial because many financial decisions are influenced by emotions, assumptions, and incomplete information. By taking the time to listen carefully to others, whether it's a financial advisor, a spouse, or a business partner, you gain a better understanding of their concerns and goals. This not only helps you make informed decisions, but also allows you to communicate more effectively, leading to better financial outcomes. When you understand where others are coming from, you're able to propose solutions that are more likely to resonate with them, creating a cooperative atmosphere rather than one of resistance. This habit is particularly useful when you're dealing with joint finances, negotiating contracts, or even making personal financial decisions that impact others. Instead of assuming you know what's best, you take a step back to understand the full context. Practical example. Tom and Lily are planning to buy a house together. Tom is excited about getting a large property, while Lily is more concerned about monthly payments and long-term affordability. Instead of jumping into the conversation with his own preferences, Tom listens to Lily's worries first, understanding that her main concern is their ability to stay financially secure. By understanding her viewpoint, Tom is able to propose a more balanced approach, suggesting they buy a more affordable home with a larger down payment, thus addressing both of their concerns. Their communication leads to a shared decision that both of them feel good about. Practical tip. In any financial conversation, whether it's with a family member, a business partner, or even a bank representative, make an effort to understand their perspective first. Ask open-ended questions like, "What's important to you in this decision?" Or, "What are your main concerns?" This not only helps you make more informed decisions, but also builds trust. Once you understand the other person's needs, you can communicate your own goals more effectively, leading to better solutions and stronger financial partnerships. Number 6, synergize. Synergize is the habit of combining the strengths of different people through positive teamwork, so that the result is greater than what any individual could achieve alone. It's about collaboration and leveraging the diverse skills, perspectives, and experiences of others to solve problems and reach financial goals more effectively. In the context of personal finances, synergy can be seen when people come together to share resources, ideas, and strategies to achieve common financial objectives. By recognizing and embracing differences, you can create better solutions, improve efficiency, and make more informed decisions. This habit goes beyond just working with others. It's about creating a dynamic where the whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts. When it comes to managing money, the best financial outcomes often arise when individuals are open to learning from each other, sharing knowledge, and supporting one another. Whether it's in a family, business, or a group of friends, working together to pool resources, split tasks, or brainstorm ideas can accelerate progress. Practical example. Sarah and Jake are two entrepreneurs who want to start a small business together. Sarah has excellent marketing skills, while Jake is a financial expert. Initially, they think they can each handle their areas separately, but after discussing, they realize that combining their expertise could lead to a stronger strategy. Sarah focuses on creating marketing campaigns, while Jake optimizes the financial structure to keep costs low and profits high. Their collaboration allows them to launch their business with a solid foundation in both marketing and finance, leading to quicker growth than if they had worked in isolation. Practical tip. If you're working on a personal financial goal, consider the strengths and skills of others around you. It could be as simple as discussing a savings plan with a friend who has a knack for budgeting, or seeking advice from someone who has experience with investments. Don't try to do everything alone. Embrace collaboration, and you may find that pooling knowledge and resources can accelerate your financial progress. Look for opportunities to collaborate, whether at work, within your family, or with your friends, to achieve financial success more efficiently. Number 7, sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw refers to the habit of regularly renewing and maintaining your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. This is crucial because if you neglect your well-being, your capacity to perform in other areas of your life, including managing money and making wise financial decisions, will diminish. It's about creating a sustainable and balanced life so that you can continue to grow, be productive, and make clear, rational financial choices. In the context of personal finance, this means taking care of your mind and body so you can remain sharp when it comes to managing money. This habit suggests that personal and professional success requires continuous growth and improvement. Just like a saw gets dull from use and needs to be sharpened to stay effective, your mind, body, and spirit need regular attention. This includes activities like exercising to maintain physical health, reading or learning to keep the mind sharp, practicing mindfulness for emotional balance, and nurturing your relationships for spiritual well-being. By investing in yourself, you ensure long-term success, both personally and financially. Practical example. Tom has been working hard on building his investment portfolio for the past year, but recently, he's found himself feeling drained and unable to focus. His decision-making has become impulsive, and he's making financial mistakes. Realizing this, he decides to take a break and focus on sharpening the saw. He starts exercising more regularly, taking time for hobbies that relax his mind, and reading books about financial strategies. After a few weeks of improving his overall well-being, Tom feels more energized and alert. His ability to make thoughtful, strategic investment decisions is back on track, and his portfolio begins to grow at a more sustainable pace. Practical tip: to stay sharp in managing your finances, don't overlook your health and well-being. Set aside time each week to engage in physical activity, take breaks to relax and recharge, and invest in mental stimulation, like learning something new. Even just 30 minutes of exercise a few times a week can improve mental clarity, reduce stress, and boost your decision-making abilities. Remember, financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Taking care of yourself ensures that you can maintain focus and make better financial choices in the long run.